Dame Maggie Smith, a beloved national treasure, has left us at the age of 89, but her legacy will forever endure. Known for her timeless roles in Harry Potter as Professor McGonagall and Downton Abbey as the Dowager Countess, Maggie Smith's career spanned 8 remarkable decades. Her unmatched talent, sharp tongue, and unforgettable charm left an indelible mark on fans and co-stars alike. Let's honor her extraordinary career together. Dame Maggie Smith, a distinguished figure in the world of acting, has left an indelible mark on both the stage and screen. Best known for her iconic roles in the Harry Potter series and Downton Abbey, her recent passing at the age of 89 has triggered an outpouring of heartfelt tributes, commemorating her as the true legend whose influence spans generations. Among those paying homage to her remarkable life and career are figures of the highest stature, including the King and the Prime Minister, as well as countless actors who had the privilege of working alongside her throughout her decades-long career. King Charles himself praised Dame Maggie as a national treasure, while Sir Keir Starmer, the leader of the opposition, emphasized that she was beloved by so many for her extraordinary talent. Harry Potter co-star Daniel Radcliffe shared fond memories of Dame Maggie, highlighting her fierce intellect and gloriously sharp tongue, qualities that set her apart both on screen and off. His words captured the essence of a woman whose wisdom, wit, and energy defined her performances, yet also impacted those lucky enough to know her personally. Veteran actress Miriam Margolyes offered her own moving tribute, declaring Dame Maggie the best of the best. Margolyes reflected on her colleague's unique ability to combine ferocity, a glint of mischief, delight, and tenderness, qualities that made her not only a formidable actress but also a captivating presence. And enormous courage, Margolyes added, speaking to her admiration for Smith's fearless spirit, both professionally and personally. Recalling her personal experiences with Dame Maggie, Margolyes noted the duality of her character, someone who could be absolutely terrifying yet, in moments, display profound kindness. The complex humanity of Dame Maggie Smith, coupled with her unparalleled skill as an actress, leaves a lasting legacy in the world of entertainment, ensuring that her influence and contributions will not be forgotten. Dame Maggie Smith was renowned for her sharp wit and keen intellect, both on and off the screen, during an illustrious career that spanned an extraordinary 8 decades. Her range as an actress was vast, and her performances left an indelible mark on film, television, and theater alike. Whether she was delivering cutting lines with perfect timing or embodying characters that commanded respect, her presence was undeniable. One of her most iconic roles came in the Harry Potter series, where she brought to life the formidable Professor Minerva McGonagall. With her signature pointed witch's hat and stern demeanor, she effortlessly captured the essence of a teacher who was both strict and compassionate toward the young wizards of Hogwarts. Her portrayal left a lasting impression on audiences, and her co-stars were equally in awe of her talents. Reflecting on his time with Dame Maggie, Daniel Radcliffe offered a heartfelt tribute, remarking on her fierce intellect and gloriously sharp tongue. He noted how she had the rare ability to both intimidate and charm in the same breath, a testament to her range as an actress. She was, as everyone will tell you, incredibly funny, Radcliffe added, highlighting her sense of humor, which often shone through even in the most serious of scenes. He expressed deep gratitude for the time he spent with her on set, calling himself amazingly lucky to have worked alongside such a legend. The word legend is overused, he said, but if it applies to anyone in our industry, it applies to her. Thank you, Maggie. Dame Maggie's brilliance extended far beyond the halls of Hogwarts. In the widely beloved ITV drama Downton Abbey, she portrayed the indomitable Violet Crawley, the Dowager Countess of Grantham. As the family matriarch, her biting one-liners and withering looks became a hallmark of the show, captivating audiences through its 6th series. Her portrayal of the Dowager Countess was both comedic and touching, further solidifying her status as one of the greats. But her accomplishments didn't stop there. Dame Maggie won 2 Academy Awards during her career, first for her role in The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie in 1970, and later for California Suite in 1979. She received 4 other Oscar nominations, a reflection of her consistently outstanding work. Additionally, she was honored with 7 Bafta awards, further cementing her legacy as one of the most decorated actors of her time. In a heartfelt statement, King Charles and Queen Camilla paid tribute to Dame Maggie's remarkable life and contributions to the arts. As the curtain comes down on a national treasure, they wrote, "We join all those around the world in remembering with fond admiration and affection her many great performances, and the warmth and wit that shone through both off and on the stage." Their words encapsulated the immense loss felt by the global acting community and beyond. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak echoed this sentiment, praising Dame Maggie as a true national treasure whose work will be cherished for generations to come. He noted how her performances introduced us to new worlds and captivated audiences over the course of her long and storied career. Similarly, Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer added that her contributions to British culture will be felt for years to come, hailing her as one of the finest talents the country has ever produced. Hugh Bonneville, who starred alongside Dame Maggie in Downton Abbey as the Earl of Grantham, also shared his reflections. He marveled at her sharp eye, sharp wit, and formidable talent, qualities that defined her as an actress and as a colleague. "Anyone who ever shared a scene with Maggie will attest to her brilliance," Bonneville said, underscoring the profound impact she had on her fellow actors. "She was a true legend of her generation and thankfully will live on in so many magnificent screen performances." As the world says farewell to Dame Maggie Smith, her legacy remains one of unparalleled excellence. Through her countless roles and unforgettable performances, she has ensured that her influence will endure for years to come, leaving behind a body of work that will inspire future generations of actors and audiences alike. Dame Maggie Smith, a titan of both comedy and drama, left a remarkable legacy that no one else could replicate. Her ability to seamlessly switch between deeply moving roles and comedic brilliance made her an unparalleled talent in the acting world. After decades of critically acclaimed work, she returned to reprise her beloved role as the Dowager Countess, Violet Crawley, in the Downton Abbey films. In the 2022 sequel, Downton Abbey, A New Era, her character's arc came to an emotional close as she passed away following an illness revealed in the 2019 film. Her departure from the series was as heart-wrenching as it was inevitable, a testament to the depth and gravitas with which Dame Maggie imbued her character. Dame Harriet Walter, another accomplished actress who worked closely with Maggie, praised her ability to shine in both comedy and tragedy. Speaking to BBC Radio 4's PM program, she reflected on the immense range that Maggie brought to every role. "She was a true comedian," Walter said, "but I've also witnessed her deliver some of the most heartfelt, deeply sad performances. That incredible range is what set her apart." Walter emphasized that Maggie's talent lay not just in her ability to be funny or tragic, but in her mastery of both, often blending them together with subtlety and grace. "If she were just one or the other," she continued, "she wouldn't have had the same lasting impact." Michelle Dockery, who shared the screen with Dame Maggie as her on-screen granddaughter, Lady Mary Crawley, spoke movingly of her experience working with such an icon. "There was no one quite like Maggie," Dockery told the BBC. "I feel incredibly fortunate to have known her. She was a true maverick, someone who didn't just follow the rules but rewrote them in her own brilliant way. Her presence will be deeply missed, and my thoughts are with her family during this time." Leslie Nichol, who played Mrs. Patmore, the cook in Downton Abbey, echoed this sense of loss when speaking with BBC Radio Ulster. Reflecting on the close-knit cast, Nichol shared that the news of Dame Maggie's passing had been devastating for everyone involved in the series. "It's a very close group of people," she said, "so we're all absolutely heartbroken to think that she's no longer with us." Julian Fellowes, the creator and writer behind Downton Abbey, offered his own tribute, describing Dame Maggie as an actor who was not only a joy to work with but a dream to write for. Speaking to Variety magazine, Fellowes marveled at her immense talent, saying, "She was a joy to write for, subtle, many-layered, intelligent, funny, and capable of delivering performances that were both heartbreaking and uplifting. It was this complexity and nuance that made her characters unforgettable, and Fellowes recognized just how special that was." Before her time on Downton Abbey, Dame Maggie had already left an indelible mark on period dramas with her role in the 2002 film Gosford Park, a precursor to the TV series. In Gosford Park, she played another dowager, the Countess of Trentham, a performance that earned her nominations for both an Academy Award and a Bafta. Once again, her portrayal of a sharp-tongued aristocrat showcased her impeccable timing and nuanced delivery, qualities that became hallmarks of her career. As the tributes continue to pour in from colleagues and fans alike, the world is reminded of the singular talent that Dame Maggie Smith brought to the screen and stage. Her remarkable ability to transcend genres, to balance wit with emotional depth, and to captivate audiences across generations ensures that her influence will be felt for many years to come. There truly was, and will be, no one quite like Dame Maggie. Dame Kristen Scott Thomas, who had the privilege of sharing the screen with Dame Maggie Smith in Gosford Park, offered a heartfelt reflection on her colleague, noting that although Dame Maggie took her craft of acting with the utmost seriousness, she was never one to be swept up by the glitz and glamour that often surrounds the profession. She took acting very seriously but saw through the nonsense and razzmatazz, Dame Kristen shared, highlighting Dame Maggie's no-nonsense approach to her work and life. Kristen fondly recalled how Dame Maggie had little patience for the superficial aspects of fame, preferring instead to focus on the artistry of her work. She really didn't want to deal with that, Dame Kristen added, making it clear that her co-star had a laser-sharp focus on what truly mattered to her. But beyond her seriousness, Dame Maggie possessed a wicked sense of humor that could disarm even the most seasoned actors. She had a sense of humor and wit that could reduce me to a blithering puddle of giggles, Kristen admitted. Yet, there was a certain caution required when dealing with her, as Dame Maggie was known for her intolerance of foolishness. She did not have patience with fools, Kristen explained, adding with warmth, so you had to be a bit careful. I absolutely adored her. In a touching memory, Dame Kristen recalled the last time she saw Dame Maggie, and how, even in her later years, she retained her fiery spirit. The last time I saw her, she was very cross about being old, Kristen said, recalling how Dame Maggie referred to aging as maddening. It was a moment that encapsulated her refusal to accept the limitations of time. Much loved, much admired, and irreplaceable, Kristen concluded, perfectly summarizing the profound affection and respect so many held for Dame Maggie. The tributes didn't end there. A spokesperson for the National Theatre, a stage that had seen Dame Maggie's brilliance on countless occasions, paid a moving homage to her extensive career, remarking on her unmatched contribution across theatre, film, and television. Her career spanned the theatrical, film, and television world without equal, the statement noted, emphasizing that her impact on the performing arts was without parallel. The statement continued by praising her unforgettable stage performances, affirming that she will forever be remembered as one of the greatest actors this country has had the inestimable pleasure of witnessing. Further acknowledging her towering legacy, the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, BAFTA, added their voice to the chorus of admiration, hailing her as a legend of British stage and screen. Her influence on both mediums, which she had dominated for decades, will be felt for generations to come. Announcing the sad news of Dame Maggie's passing, her sons Toby Stevens and Chris Larkin expressed their deep sorrow at the loss of their beloved mother. They confirmed that she passed away peacefully in hospital early this morning. In their statement, they emphasized her preference for privacy throughout her life, saying she had been surrounded by close friends and family during her final moments. An intensely private person, they shared, she was with friends and family at the end. She leaves 2 sons and 5 loving grandchildren who are devastated by the loss of their extraordinary mother and grandmother. In the same heartfelt message, Toby and Chris extended their gratitude to the dedicated staff at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital, whose care and compassion brought comfort during her last days. We thank the wonderful staff at the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital for their care and unstinting kindness during her final days, they said, expressing deep appreciation for the support they received during such a difficult time. The family concluded their statement by thanking the public for their outpouring of love and support. We thank you for all your kind messages and support, they wrote, and ask that you respect our privacy at this time. Their words echoed the quiet dignity with which Dame Maggie lived her life, even in death maintaining the grace and discretion that defined her remarkable journey as both an artist and a person. Dame Maggie Smith's illustrious career, which began in the 1950s, spanned an extraordinary range of roles across film, theater, and television. Her journey to stardom started with her breathtaking performance in Shakespeare's Othello in 1965, where she portrayed Desdemona opposite the legendary Laurence Olivier. This performance not only solidified her place among the acting elite but also earned her first Oscar nomination, a remarkable achievement that foreshadowed her long and successful career. Her talents were showcased in countless unforgettable roles, each cementing her status as one of the greatest performers of her time. In 1985, she dazzled audiences once again in the Merchant Ivory classic A Room with a View, where her portrayal garnered yet another Oscar nomination along with a coveted Bafta award. The film remains a standout in her filmography, emblematic of her ability to deliver performances with depth, nuance, and unparalleled elegance. Another significant role came in 1999 when Dame Maggie appeared in Tea with Mussolini. Set in 1930s Italy, the film allowed her to shine as a complex Englishwoman navigating the tense pre-World War II era. As always, she brought grace and wit to the role, captivating audiences with her rich portrayal. Around the same time, she won hearts worldwide as the no-nonsense but compassionate Reverend Mother in the beloved Sister Act films, further expanding her repertoire by blending comedy with gravitas. Her Sister Act co-star, Whoopi Goldberg, paid a heartfelt tribute to Dame Maggie's incredible talent and presence on set. Describing her as both a great woman and a brilliant actress, Goldberg marveled at how fortunate she felt to work with someone so exceptional. "I still can't believe I was lucky enough to work with the one-of-a-kind," Whoopi added, speaking to the profound impact Dame Maggie had on everyone around her. Rob Lowe, another actor who had the opportunity to share the screen with Dame Maggie, echoed similar sentiments. Reflecting on their time together in the 1993 film Suddenly, last summer, Lowe described the experience as utterly unforgettable. He likened being in a scene with her to sharing a two-shot with a lion, emphasizing the commanding presence she brought to every role. "She could eat anyone alive, and often did," Lowe said, though he quickly added that she was also incredibly funny and wonderful company. Her intolerance for foolishness was a well-known characteristic, and Lowe humorously pointed out that she suffered no fools. In his final tribute, he concluded, "We will never see another." Godspeed, Ms. Smith, encapsulating how irreplaceable she was to the acting world. Dame Maggie's remarkable versatility extended to her role in The Lady in the Van, a 2015 adaptation of Alan Bennett's story. In this film, she portrayed an eccentric old woman who lived for 15 years in a van outside the writer's home, delivering a performance that was both quirky and deeply touching. Alex Jennings, who played Bennett in the film, praised her work on Radio 4, describing her as fearless in her approach to acting. He admired her brilliant technical abilities, pointing out the meticulous craft that made her one of the finest actresses of her time. Throughout her extraordinary career, Dame Maggie Smith was consistently hailed for her ability to disappear into roles, portraying characters with such authenticity and vitality that she became a true master of her craft. Whether playing aristocrats, nuns, or eccentric van dwellers, she brought an unmatched level of commitment and skill to every performance. From her early days in the 1950s to her later iconic roles, she captivated audiences with her wit, precision, and sheer presence on screen and stage. Her passing leaves a void in the acting world, and she will forever be remembered as one of the greatest talents of her generation.